So you started a Shopify dropshipping store and you're getting a ton of traffic but no sales. Or you're getting a ton of traffic, a ton of active carts, and a ton of initiate checkouts, but you're still not getting any conversions. Well, by the end of this video, I'm going to make sure that's going to change. What's going on, beautiful people? Yash here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope each and every single one of you guys is absolutely having a great day and a great week. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys already have not, please do go ahead and drop a huge like on this video. Do me a favor, go down below and smash that like button. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel with your post notification bell turned on. Go ahead and join the family. I am posting some amazing content on this channel for the coming summer and for the fall as well, so you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that. And last but not least, if you guys already have not, please do make sure to join my free Facebook group, Ecom Masterminds. I will be leaving a link to that in the description down below, so definitely check that out with all my other social media channels as well, so you guys can stay connected with myself. So I get tons of DM from people every single day on Instagram and also on Facebook as well, telling me that they're getting a lot of visitors, they're getting traffic to their website. However, they aren't getting any conversions. So whether you're dealing with having visitors on your site and no active carts and no initiate checkouts, or you're dealing with visitors on your site and some add to cart and initiate checkouts, by the end of this video, those problems will be solved. There really could be a multitude of reasons that could be causing the lack of conversions on your website. So in this video, we're going to be diving deeper into that. And also at the end, you do not want to miss this. I'm also going to be showing you my actual own website, my actual product page, an entire funnel, and why it converted so well. This product page led me to 6 figures in sales. So you definitely want to stay tuned for the entire video. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So guys, first and foremost, what you want to understand is the e-commerce sales funnel. What actually is the e-commerce sales funnel? Well, I basically see it in 4 steps, right? Awareness, interest, desire, and action. Action is basically the conversion or the purchase from the customer. So awareness, you can basically say when a potential customer sees your Facebook ads, okay? Your ad copy and your ad creative and all that jazz. The interest is basically, once they see your ad, they are interested into it and they click on the website, and that obviously leads them to the landing page or the product page. Usually there's some discrepancy between interest and desire and action, okay? So that's what we're going to be covering today. What could be the possibilities that is not letting your potential customer go down smoothly from the 3rd to the 4th step. So again, either from the interest to desire or desire to action, or even all 3 of them, could really be preventing your potential customer from moving forward into the funnel. I do want to cover the basics with you. Assuming majority of you guys are utilizing Facebook ads to drive traffic to your e-commerce store, what you want to obviously make sure is that you have a conversion campaign going on. More than that, you also want to make sure that your pixel within the campaign is optimized for purchase and not for anything else. This will obviously affect the type of ad that is shown to your potential customer and the type of quality of traffic that is also being presented to your ad as well. You also want to remember that quality clicks matter. You obviously want a good ad creative, whether you're using a video, carousel, or single image ad. And you also want enticing ad text, right? You want proper grammar, good spelling, using proper breaks, and you want to really speak to your customer. You do want to resonate your customer to get quality clicks to your website to really make sure that the potential people that are clicking on your website are somewhat genuinely interested in purchasing your product. All in all, it can say that the pre-buying or the pre-selling phase really starts when your potential customer is shown the initial ad on Facebook. If you guys want to actually know my entire ad copy blueprint, go ahead and click that video right there and it should bring you to it. It's very informational. So if you're still unfamiliar with ad copy, ad creative, ad text, if those are some of your weaknesses, I definitely recommend checking that video out first before moving forward. And then we come to the product page after someone actually clicks on your ad. So if you guys can follow me, on the left I have the do's, on the right I have the don'ts. I'm going to look at the do's first. You guys can follow with me. What you do want to do, you obviously want to make sure that you have quality HD pictures on your product page, right? And you want to have multiple pictures as well. Don't just have one or two. Have multiple pictures in different angles, in different colors. If you have different variants, have all those pictures as well. Then I say human perception, right? I usually always like to have a human showcasing, displaying, or holding the actual product, right? People buy with emotion and justify with logic. And 9 out of the 10 times, people want to see how that product actually looks in actual perception to a human being. So it's very, very, very important to include those pictures. Sometimes you'll get lucky by having really stock HD pictures from AliExpress. Other times you can just go to Facebook or other websites or Instagram or Google and collect HD pictures. Better yet, you can obviously have your own content as well. That's obviously the number one thing you can absolutely do. Moving on, reviews. You want 3 to 5 star reviews, and you want about 10 to 15 reviews minimum. Okay, a great app for reviews is Loox. That's the app I personally use. And I also say that you want 3 to 5 star reviews and not only 4 to 5 star reviews, because you want something that's more believable, right? Maybe like 70 or 80% of your reviews encompass 4 and 5 star reviews, but maybe like the other 20 or 30% also encompass 3-star reviews as well, right? You want to make it a little bit believable. You'll see that any good product on Amazon that has thousands of reviews, you'll see that 80 to 90% of their reviews encompass of 4 and 5-star reviews, and the other are like 2 and 3-star reviews. So that's the same sort of methodology, and that's the same sort of concept you want to also apply on your product page as well, just to make it look a little bit more legitimate and make it look a little bit more believable. Not everyone is going to give your product a 4 and 5, and 3 is not really too bad. That's like more of a neutral stance. Next is your actual product sale price. You want your product to be about 30 to 50% off. You don't want it to be like 70, 80, 90% off, or you don't also want to have no sale on your product page as well, right? You want to have some sale to incentivize people, to create that urgency and scarcity as well. And why I say that you don't want to have it at 70, 80, 90% off, because that just really devalues your brand, right? You don't want to make your brand look lower than it actually is perceived, or just how much the product is actually perceived. Adding on a quantity bar is something that may be beneficial to have as well. It creates a little bit more scarcity, like, oh, only 6 left, only 5 left, only 7 left. That's something you'll actually see on my website at the end of this video. I'm actually using the quantity bar. And also, this is super important, a congruent, well put together description, okay? So once again, you want no grammar mistakes, no spelling mistakes. You want to make sure your punctuation is on par. You also want to make sure you are using proper breaks. The font is all the same and the color is all the same as well, right? I see a lot of people using like 4 or 5 different fonts, like different colors, neon text. No, you don't want all of that, right? You want a description that's very easy on their eyes, right? You want to make sure it's very easy to read for all sorts of ages. You know, maybe some people are colorblind. Maybe some people, cannot read very small text. You want to make sure your description basically appeals to everyone. If you are using pictures, which I definitely do recommend using pictures in your description. Now keep in mind, these pictures should be different than the ones you're using for your main product pictures, but obviously using like 2 or 3 pictures is not a bad idea to further showcase or break down the product. So definitely you can separate the text with some pictures as well. So again, it's not too heavy on the eyes as well, and it's not just text like people are reading a novel. So that's a good thing to have as well. Furthermore, one other thing you can do is add some bold words and some bold phrases to put some more emphasis on certain things than others. Lastly, you also want to include a features and or benefits and or specifications section as well. Make sure you're highlighting the features, the benefits, and a specification of your particular product as well. Utilize this space in description to its full potential. And on the right here, we have our don'ts, guys. You do not want to apply these or do these on your product page. Now, you may be surprised, but you do not want to have timers. Timers are like a thing of the past when it comes to dropshipping. I just think they're too generic and too overplayed. I see so many people using timers. I personally only use timers when it comes to bigger e-commerce days such as Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, then it is okay. But otherwise, when it's just a regular season or regular quarter, throughout the year, you do not want to use timers. One thing I also refrain from doing is just using red text, having like a red add to cart or buy it now button or just any red text. I think red just kind of goes hand in hand with the negative connotation. So just stay away from red. You know, you obviously want to make sure all the color schemes align on your page, everything is succinct, but basically just avoid using red. Usually I do not prefer a dynamic checkout button. What a dynamic checkout button is, it's basically two buttons right underneath. One may say like add to cart and the other one may say like buy it now. I usually like to avoid those, and I put an asterisk is because I usually focus more on one product stores, right? If you have a niche or general niche store, more than likely you have upsells, you have cross sells, you have bundling, you have probably quantity breakers, you probably have a whole bunch of things going on, right? So if you're selling like multiple products or like bundling and stuff like that, sometimes a dynamic checkout button is good. But personally, most of my products are in a one product store format, and I usually only focus on pre-checkout upsells, which is totally another app. So I just like to have one single button so it's less confusing and less steps as well. So I usually like to have that one button as get yours now or order now. I don't usually like to put like buy it now or buy now. I just don't usually like to use the word buy because I think it's just a little bit more aggressive in terms of how people frame it in their minds. Remember guys, sales and marketing, it's all psychology, it's all human behavior, it's all in terms of how people are thinking subconsciously when they are on your product page. So you do not want any missing leaks. Adding on missing leaks, blurry pictures and irrelevant pictures. I've seen a lot of people post pictures of products that are very similar and alike to the product they're trying to sell, but it actually isn't. So be careful because a lot of these products have very similar and alike variations and versions to them. And when it also comes to the pictures, like I said, the do's, you do not want to have blurry pictures, right? You want to make sure they're good quality and they obviously represent the same product as well. Furthermore, guys, you do not want to have multiple pop-ups and a lot of distractions going on your product page as well. You know, people's attention spans are very short these days. So you basically want the entire experience from the product page to the cart page to the checkout page to be as guided as possible, right? You're literally holding the customer's hand. So really make sure and ensure that you do not have a bunch of unneeded and unnecessary pop-ups and distractions as well. This is something I usually get asked a lot of time, you know, do I have a trust badge? Do I not have a trust badge? Certain themes, they actually come preloaded with trust badges on their cart page. Most themes will come preloaded with trust badges when it comes to the footer, but do you actually or should you actually have a trust badge on your product page? I usually do. I make sure I have one trust badge though. That's why I said stick to one. A lot of people have like multiple trust badges all over the place. If you also have a trust badge, make sure that's congruent and it really fits into the product page. There's this app called Free Trust Badges on Shopify, on the Shopify App Store. So if you want like more customized trust badges that fit more into your product page and just with your overall vibe of your store, you can definitely check that out as well. But usually I just search it into Google Images and I just pick a transparent one and stick to it. So I don't think having a trust badge is a bad thing as long as it is not distracting and taking away from what's in front of the actual customer, what's important in front of them. As promised, I will show you one of my own websites and why it converted so well. We're going to actually start out from the product page and work our way inwards through the funnel. But if you haven't, definitely check out my 2020 Shopify checkout hacks video. I will be leaving a link to that right there as well. These are a lot of hacks and a lot of tactics you can apply in your Shopify checkout funnel to absolutely increase your conversion rate instantaneously. I mean, a lot of these hacks are super unknown of, so I definitely recommend checking out that video. I've gotten some really good feedback from this specific video. This video really contains a lot of information that can definitely help convert some of those visitors or some of those people who have initiated checkout and add to cart into potential customers as well. Let's jump into my old store so I can actually show you my landing page and why it worked so well. So guys, we are now on my old Shopify website, my old dropshipping website. A lot of you guys that may actually have been following me for a while may have seen this website on my YouTube channel before. One product that I was actually selling before is the Ionic Anti-Frizz Hairbrush. This was a problem-solving and conveniency product. And what it basically did is when women's hair got really frizzy, it basically had like an ionic anti-frizz feature. Basically, if you hold it up and comb it down, it basically plumps all the hair back together, right? This is basically what it looked like right here, and we'll get to the description in just a little bit. I just want to start out at the top. First and foremost, guys, this product page converted really well. I think at the time of running this product, I think my conversion rate was like a 4.3 to 4.8 continuously, and we'll be able to dive in why. You can definitely apply a lot of these things on your actual product page as well. And if you're actually wondering what kind of theme this is a booster theme. It is a professional paid theme. I usually recommend professional paid themes just because they're more customizable, they're more responsive. Okay, that may be another thing you guys can do as well. Maybe switch over to a paid theme. It also just comes pre-installed with a lot of add-ons and widgets that do later save you a lot of time and money. So my title, I always like to title my products the actual store name. So Tech Finest Ionic Anti-Frizz Hairbrush, right? That's just more authority. It's like if you guys are shopping at Nike, it's not going to say Air Max 90 shoe or Air Max 90 sneaker. You're following? It's going to say Nike Air Max 90. That's why I have Tech Finest Ionic Anti-Frizz Hairbrush. Then I have the vendor name, which is my store name. You can also see that the product is on sale. Nice little green color, 50% off. My variants are also changing. I know a lot of you guys have variants, but when people actually click on the variants, the colors don't actually change. So again, these are very nice stock pictures. You can actually see that the main picture is actually a woman holding it, so you can see how relative it is in terms of size. Once actually someone picks a color, it says get mine now, which we'll be going through the funnel in just a little bit. In my description, I have 92% of people buy 2 or more brushes, just to get people to buy more. Had I had gone back and ran this product again, I would definitely add like a quantity breaker, like buy 2, get 10% off, buy 3, get 15% off, buy 4, get 25% off, so on and so forth. Since I have the 92% of people buy 2 or more, I think we just give people a little bit more boost to actually buy 2. Moving on, the description, you can see, or you can actually notice how I have breaks, how I have very congruent text. I have certain bold phrases and certain bold words. So I start out by saying, say goodbye to frizzy, static, and flyaway hair. Having a bad hair day? No worries. So it's like a call to action, right? It's basically recognizing a very specific problem, right? You want to resonate with your customer, guys. You're talking to a human being. A lot of people forget about that 99% of the times when it comes to their product page. You have to make sure that this product is for the person. You have to make sure that the customer feels connected to your product, right? That it is almost a no-brainer. So then it comes off by saying, our Ionic Anti-Frizz Hairbrush is portable, compact, gentle, and effective. Notice how all those important keywords are bold. The hairbrush emits negative ions into your hair to restore the balance of ions, which makes your hair shiny, smooth, frizz-free, and manageable. It's time for some lustrous, sheen hair to make you feel confident, right? Notice how it's very authoritative and it's very demanding in terms of how this product can really help the potential customer, right? You want to sound very confident in your product description in general. Moving down, like I was talking to you in the slides before, I have like a little GIF right here just to kind of separate text and not to be too harmful or too straining on the eyes. Because you have to remember, guys, people just don't want to keep reading, right? Put yourself in your potential customer's shoes at the end of the day. This just shows how the product is working. Obviously, you have to make sure the pictures in the description are different from your product images that you're using. Same thing I mentioned. Here it just says, what can the Ionic Anti-Frizz Hairbrush do for my hair? Gives a little bit more information. Has another picture right here, like a before and after. Say goodbye to frizzy, static, and flyaway hair. Having a bad hair day. It's basically just constantly reminding people like what this product can do if you buy it. So it is a very clear problem-solving product. And the other thing obviously was that, this pertained more to women, and women are very aggressive buyers by nature when it comes online. So it was like putting myself a little bit on top of the totem pole when it came to this product, just because of the nature of it and the actual market gender. Scrolling down, I have features and benefits. It says seals and smooth and split ends, makes hair softer and shinier, reduces drying time, minimizes heat damage, eliminates frizz. Again, I'm not going to go through each one and read it. You can basically see how I'm using bold words as well at the start, and I'm basically saying like what each feature basically is known for and what it does. Then I have limited quantity available, will sell out fast. Again, that's just for a little bit more urgency. That's something I actually put there myself. So feel free to steal that or even use it in your descriptions. I think it works very well without being too spammy. Let's say I want the pink one. Why not, right? And then we're going to go to get mine now. And then after it goes to the cart page, notice that there's not too many pop-ups. I think I do have one pop-up on the store to collect people's email. It didn't show up again because I've been already on the website before and my cookies didn't expire. But anyway, right? Notice that there's not a lot of pop-ups, a lot of distractions. Everything is really, really congruent. It says proceed to checkout, proceed to checkout. The cart expires in 15 minutes. Again, it shows how much I save and what the total grand prize is as well, right? You can also see that this is very, very optimized when it comes to mobile as well. That's the other thing, guys. You want to really make sure that your website is optimized for both mobile and desktop users as well. More than 80 to 90% of your traffic and buyers will be from mobile, but you never, never, never know. So again, you want to make sure it's optimized for mobile, tablet, and desktop as well. I'm just showing you how it looks on mobile. We're probably going to be going through the rest of the checkout in desktop mode, just so it's a little bit more broad and clear for you guys. Overall, I just wanted to show you that it's very, very clean on mobile as well. One thing I will add is that on my headers right here or on my top banners, I like to have something of like urgency, scarcity, or like a promo or deal. So you can have like this week only, free global shipping. You can have exclusive this week, free global shipping, pre-summer sale, everything 60% off store-wide. Just something that incentivizes people a little bit more to kind of continue going down your funnel and actually buying your product. So after, we can actually go to proceed checkout. So I do direct most of the time people to the cart page. I know some people say to direct people straight to the checkout page. It's really 50-50. You just kind of really have to test it when it comes to certain products. There's no right or wrong. I've led people straight to the checkout page and it's worked great. I've led people straight to the checkout page and it's not really worked too great. So for this store, just to be safe, I led people to the cart page and then the checkout page. It just basically worked really good for myself. Now we are on the actual shipping page, and do not enter that address. That is not my address for those of you guys that may want to check it out. That's just like a very stock address. So also when it comes to shipping, I see a lot of you guys just playing out charging for shipping. You always want to have a free shipping option and also a paid shipping option as well. Free shipping is absolutely amazing. Like, everyone wants free shipping. So when you're drop shipping, you should absolutely have free shipping. If you actually want to see how I structure my shipping and why I do it in a very specific way, just to save time, click that video right there and it will take you to that video. You'll see in terms of how I'm structuring my shipping and why, and what's the main benefit of having two shipping options as well. Just to sum things up, you absolutely do want to have free shipping on your store. That can definitely potentially hinder people from actually going to the payment method and checking out. One other thing you absolutely do want to have is throughout your entire funnel, you want to make sure that you have your logo inputted right here. I see a lot of people actually don't have their logo, so you absolutely do want to have your logo inputted right there, just for authority, just for branding reasons as well. Make sure everything is congruent. And last but not least, we are on payment. I highly recommend having both credit card options and PayPal options. You want to give people conveniency. I recommend having Stripe and or Shopify payments, and I also recommend having PayPal as well, just to give people that conveniency. Now, I know for some of you guys, Stripe and Shopify payments may not be available. You can definitely seek out other options such as to checkout, depending on your country and your geographic location. But I always like to offer two kinds of payment methods, again, just to give people that conveniency. All in all, guys, I put everything right in front of you as to why this product converted so well. You saw my product page, you saw my cart page, and you saw my checkout page as well. I literally brought you guys with me through the entire process. You guys can absolutely apply some of these benchmarks and some of these guidelines to your product page as well if it already is not converting. I can almost promise you that implementing everything I talked about in this video will absolutely lead you to get sales, considering that it is a working and good product. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, suggestions, concerns, please do make sure to drop them in the comments below. I always make sure to reply to each and every single one of you guys. With that being said, thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative. I will see you guys soon. Peace.